all my awesome Math 7 students. This is Miss Turner. It is Wednesday, day 17 of quarter 4. Make sure that as you're watching this Edpuzzle, you are following along and finishing these examples. So your paper should have the title, first name, last name, date, and period, just like we would in class. And we're going to be going over these 6 examples. Alright, so this is what the worksheet looks as a whole. We are going to go over these 6 examples. We have the formula for surface area that is available for you. So if you ever need to reference this worksheet, you have that there. And we also have the 5 steps. If you ever need to reference this worksheet or the template on how to set up your piece of paper for your homework, they will be attached to the Edpuzzle assignment as a PDF. So they're always there for you in the assignment via PDF, so you can always access that and reference that as a resource. All right, here's the most important thing of today's lesson is this formula, which is surface area equals 2 times length times width plus 2 times width times height plus 2 times length times height. So that's the formula we're going to be using, and you need to know that formula really well. Alright, so here's example 1. I'm going to be going over a few examples with you guys today. Make sure you have a separate piece of paper out and you're following along as I go through these examples. So when finding the surface area of a rectangular prism, the most important thing are these 5 steps, because this is very machine-like in the way that you just have to follow these 5 steps and you'll be able to find the surface area of a rectangular prism. If you think it's kind of simple and straightforward, that's because it is pretty simple and straightforward. You just have to find the values and substitute them into the formula. There's not much more to that than just plugging it into the formula. Sometimes in math it's that straightforward. It's just plugging stuff into a formula and finding out what the value is. So let's go ahead and go through these 5 steps. So step 1 is write the formula. Alright, so step 1, we wrote down the formula, which we know is surface area equals 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. Now remember, I think it's really important to rewrite the formula over and over again because it helps us remember it. Alright, so step 1 is done. Step 2, let's identify the height, length, and width of our rectangular prism. So our height is 3 meters, our width is 4 meters, and our length is 5 meters. Alright, so step 2 is done. We identified the height, length, and width of the formula. Now step 3 is substitute the values into the formula. Alright, so here we go. I rewrote my formula, but instead of putting the letters, I just left blank spaces because now we know what those values are. So we have 2 times L. Well, we know L is 5 meters. And then times W, well, we know our width is 4 meters, so we did the first section. Second section is 2 times L, which is our length, that's 5 meters, times H, which our height is 3 meters, and then plus 2, we're going to go to the third section, which is our width, which is 4 meters, which is 4 meters, and our height, which is 3 meters. So we did step 3, which is substitute the values into the formula, and then we need to do step 4, which says multiply each section first, then add. So remember, when I mean multiply each section, I mean multiply these 3 numbers first. So 2 times 5 meters times 4 meters gives you 40 meters squared. Remember, it's squared because we did meters times meters. That gives us meters squared. And we're going to put our plus, then we're going to multiply this section. 2 times 5 meters times 3 meters is going to give you 30 meters squared. So we did section 2 plus, then we're going to multiply this section. 2 times 4 meters times 3 meters gives us a total of 24 meters squared. So we multiplied each section, and now we're just going to add all the way through. So get out your calculator, and what is 40 meters squared plus 30 meters squared plus 24 meters squared? If you add that all together, it should give us 94 meters squared. So we need 94 meters squared in order to wrap a present, because remember, surface area is how much area does the surface take. So imagine if you're wrapping a gift, that's surface area. Alright, I want you to give number 2 a try on your own. It is very similar to number 1. You're going to follow the same process and steps, but you're just using different numbers. Okay, let's give number 3 a try. Like I said, all you guys have to do are follow these 5 steps. So that's what I'm going to walk you through. Make sure you follow the way I structure my work and how I organize my stuff, because The biggest mistake is if your work isn't organized or structured, that's when you're going to start making mistakes and then get the wrong answer. So here we go. Step 1, write the formula. Okay, and then we have step 2. We need to identify the height, width, and length. Our height is going to be 6 inches, our width is going to be 14 inches, and our length is 8 inches. All right, so step 2 is done in step 1. Now we're going to move on to step 3. So remember, step 3 is to substitute the values into the formula. So I rewrote the formula, but instead I just put blank spaces instead of putting the L's and the W's and the H's, because I'm now going to fill those in with the actual value. So remember, our length is 8 inches. And we need the W, our width is 14, so I did the first section. And then we have plus 2 times L, which we know is 8 inches, times height, which we know is 6 inches, plus 2 times W, which we know is 14 inches, times H, which we know is 6 inches. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, making sure that your work is structured and everything is organized, because this is going to help you keep your work organize so you don't miss any numbers or misplace anything, and then you'll get the right answer. All right, so now we need to do step 4, which is multiply each section first and then add. So remember, when I say section, I mean these 3. So multiply these 3 numbers first, and then we're going to go section by section. So 2 times 8 inches times 14 inches gives me 224 inches, remember, squared. So I'm multiplying inches times inches, that gives us squared. And then we're going to go to the next section. So 2 times 8 inches times 6 inches gives us 96 inches squared. I'm just plugging this into my calculator. And then I have 2 times 14 inches times 6 inches, which gives me 168 inches squared. And now I need to add all the parts together. So we go, what's 224 plus 96 inches squared plus 168 inches squared? If you plug that directly into your calculator, you're going to get surface area equals 488 inches squared. So we need that many inches of wrapping paper in order to cover our present. All right, so here we go. I want you to do number 4 on your own. It's very similar to number 3. Just follow those 5 steps using the formula for surface area. You're following the same process. Make sure you keep your work organized and structured, just like I did on the other 2 examples. All right, here we go. Here's another example. Like I said, we need to make sure we follow these 5 steps. That's all I'm doing, is I'm just going step by step. So these steps are going to be really important. So step 1, let's write the formula. All right, step 1 is done. Now we need to go on to step 2, which is identify the height, length, and width of our rectangular prism. So our height is going to be 20 centimeters, our width is going to be 15 centimeters, and our length is going to be 10 centimeters. All right, so step 2 is done, and then we have to go to step 3, which is substitute the values in the formula. So I have my formula set up, but with no letters, so I just had put them in as placeholders. So now we are going to put the actual values in instead of the letters. So we have 2 times L, so we know our length is 10 centimeters, times width, which we know is 15 centimeters. And then we do plus 2 times length again, which we know is 10 centimeters, times our height, which we said is 20 centimeters, plus 2 times width, which is 15 centimeters, and then times our height, which is 20 centimeters. So step 3 is done. Now step 4, we're going to multiply each section first, and then we're going to add all the parts together. So let's go ahead and multiply the section first. What's 2 times 10 centimeters times 15 centimeters? That gives us 300 centimeters squared. And then we'll do this section. What's 2 times 10 centimeters times 20 centimeters? That gives us 400 centimeters squared. Make sure you put the plus after. And then our last section, what's 2 times 15 centimeters times 20 centimeters? That gives us 600 centimeters squared. And now we're going to add all the parts together like our steps say. So 300 centimeters squared plus 400 centimeters squared plus 600 centimeters squared gives us 1,300 or just 1,300 centimeters squared. So our surface area for this problem is 1,300 centimeters squared. All right, so I want you to do problems 2, 4, and 6 on your own. please use examples 1, 3, and 5 as a resource. Remember, follow my same structure and same process, and then it should be pretty easy to do. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Send me a quick email or text. I can answer you right away. I hope this helped clarify some things, Miss Turner.